Trigger warning. The following content may discuss sensitive topics such as mental health, abuse, violence. Please proceed with caution and take care of yourself. If you feel uncomfortable, it's okay to step away.
So Laura is live. Should we see if we can request Laura? Is she cam 2ing anybody? Or has she got somebody in a box? EQ, what's EQ got a minute? Go live a sec. No, I want to go. She's been crying. Who? Laura? Why? Guys, tell me all the gossip last night. What the hell? I went to sleep about 1 in the morning. How have I missed all this? We had 2K on my platform last night at 2 in the morning. So how have we missed it? No one said anything about any drama. How dare you not tell me? Guys, everyone share the live to Loopy Laura. I miss like what is it? It's all over there. Wavy. Are you talking about Reem? I've got the videos. I haven't gone through them, but are you talking about Reem and Sophie? Is that what you're talking about? I've got the videos, I think, to read all. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really have any interest in the Reem. What was it about? What did you do? It was boring. I thought it was boring, I'm not gonna lie. I think the Reem and all that is boring. I know what else thinks, I just don't have I don't have much interest in it, to be honest with you. This Reem has been in a lot of drama, the people on this app, why? Wow. Morning, Lorraine. It's just lies. Do you think she's a manipulator, this Reem, then? Guys, everyone share the live to Reem. Let's see if we can get in the box. She's not a princess. I think she's someone that's got money, though. Did Sophie Bailey expose her? Did she? She's gifting, taking the money back. What was EQ's? Because I know that Levo went into EQ's live, right? Is Top Girl coded? What do you mean? Sophie is on requester. Is she? Why is she on so early? Sophie. She's on, but she hasn't got it. She's got it on friends only. I can't request her. He was sleeping on live. Who's he? I've got all the videos, guys. So what was Sophie saying? What was she saying? Tell her to request me. Oh right, the kids have been at school going. Morning, Jenny. Can someone explain or jump in the box and tell me what the fuck is going on? Oh, here she is. Morning! Oh, how was baby?
He's good.
Oh my god, it's like a little fox with the ears.
No, bless him.
Does she ever walk around?
Yeah.
Hey Sophie, what happened last night with Reem?
Well, she's just a liar, mate. Like, I just, do you know what? Like, you can tell people everything, show them every receipt to prove they're lying about shit, but you've just got to wait for it all to come out and unfold on its own.
No.
Do you know what my theory is? My theory with it is everyone knows she's Reem. Why is she not using a Reem account? Because I think she's done what Alice did and she's charged back through a bank thing she's gifted and she's in the minus. That's why.
Oh, do you think so?
Yeah.
Do you think she's in debt now?
I don't think she's in debt. I think she's got money, but she'd have to charge up to get a balance back to zero to gift again. And who'd do that for nothing? Why do that when you can just make a new account under another name?
Well, I don't think she's a princess, though. That I don't.
She isn't.
I don't think a princess would be on TikTok.
Trying to gaslight me. Like, she sent me a video of, like, bomb. You know when Qatar got bombed last week? Or the week before, I can't remember when it was. She,
Well, I don't know, but yeah.
She sent me a video saying this is, and it literally says on the screenshot that I showed last night, her message, that video on the right is outside my house. So I was like, oh right, bloody hell, I didn't realise how close it was to your house, fucking hell. And then she came in my live, also said in the box, which I can get the live replay because she was in my fucking box and said it. Oh my god, this fucking guy keeps fighting me. So can we do a battle, Ange? So this person,
yeah.
me because he's winding me up. And she came in my box and said, "Oh yeah, that video I sent you, that's from outside my house." Da, 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 da. And I was like, "Oh my god!" Like everyone was in my live. Like, don't gaslight me. Everyone in my live is saying I was there. She said it, but now she's going, "No, that's not my house."
What did she say?
She said that she was saying that the video she sent me of the bombings was outside her house, and she was showing me like a video. But now she's saying it's a viral video all over the internet. Well, why? Well, if that's the case, why are you trying to get sympathy off me? Because you were pissed off at me for not replying to your text when you told me you got bombed. You were pissed that I wasn't giving you attention. Sorry, I had enough going on in my own life. But so why are you lying then? If that's the case and that's not your house, why are you lying, pretending it's your house to get sympathy and attention off me? Because either way, no matter what, if it's your house or not, you've lied in one way and you look like a weirdo.
Yeah, how strange. Did she gift you a lot this week?
No. She came in, did like 3 things on my gift gallery and then messaged me asking for mod. She was like, "Oh, I don't want to be a weirdo, but could I be mod, please? I've been watching you for months, just silently."
Right. I think she's on here trying to. I think she's trying to, get attention. I think she. Someone said, and she might be. It might be true. She might be wanting a platform.
I think she just woke up 2 days ago and thought, "I want clout today."
Yeah, I think she maybe wants. She probably wants a platform. That's why she's causing this shit on here. Do you know what I mean? I don't have an issue with it, to be honest with you. Yeah, she's a liar. She's probably lied about things, but I don't know. She hasn't done anything to me personally. Do you know what I mean?
No, she's another Zia, I'll tell you now. That's exactly.
Some people in the comments are saying she's clearly lonely. Do you think that might be the case?
I do think she's lonely. Yeah, I think she's lonely, and I think because you've got to remember she's 2 hours ahead of us, and even when I was on at like 1, 2 a.m, she'd still be on at 4 a.m. every day. Like, being on TikTok till 4 a.m. every day can't be good for your mental health.
Yeah, Jay, well, I just think maybe she does want a platform. I don't know, just trying to work out as to why she's suddenly causing a lot of trouble on it, that's all. Why she's in everyone's boxes, that's all. Maybe she doesn't, okay, fine.
My point I was trying to make last night, right, was that everyone was going at Canadian Angie, saying that she was using her daughter's pictures, thank you guys, to catfish men. But this woman actually has done it to catfish men with a romantic, what's the word, intention. Like, she's messaged men that I know off this app who don't even go live, sending them pictures, asking for the number, sending them pictures, saying, you should come to Qatar, fly you out to Qatar and stuff, sending them pictures of a random woman in the Weeknd's music videos. Not even her.
Strange.
But it's like, what I can't understand is everyone defending her just because she sends gifts. Like, I don't give a fuck.
How many Torians said that she saw her face on call? She had a call with her.
I've got a video of her of what she actually looks like. I've been on FaceTime to her and stuff because I should have, you know what? And I hold my hands up. I should have at the time said, hang on a minute. You aren't the same person that you've sent me pictures of. But then I thought, no, because I don't want to, argue. I can't be asked. I was already having a shit day and I'd come off live crying, 3 times that day. So I was like, oh, I can't be arsed with this shit. So I just left it because I thought, well, I know she is now, so she's not going to do it again, is she?
Yeah. Strange, man.
It's weird. Don't understand it.
How long have you known her for?
Because
I don't even know who she is. She just popped out of nowhere.
She's only known me a week. She's known me a few weeks. And
Oh, right.
she's watching me for fucking months.
No.
I just don't fucking get it.
I mean, yeah, there's no doubt in my mind she's got money, but she doesn't seem to gift like she used to, you know. I mean, I know she gifted hustle heavily, but she doesn't gift like that anymore, does she?
No.
Or she doesn't have the money she had. Maybe she's feeling a bit bitter was also about how much she spent on here.
Well, I messaged her, right, and I said, you have got the whole of EQ's chat thinking you're Princess Remal Thani from fucking Qatar. She went, yes, that's exactly who I am. No, you're not. I know your name. You should, if you've watched me for 6 months, you should know me well enough to know it takes me 2 minutes to get people's info.
Yeah.
It takes me all of 2 minutes. Don't take me fucking long, and I can get it. I've got everything. And I'm not here saying I'm going to do this to her, because I'm not asked, but I just needed the name and I got it.
Yeah. Thanks, Jimmy.
She's fucking... But, like, I wouldn't even ask, but she was sat talking about me. I wasn't saying anything about her. I told her I'm not... Thank you, everybody. I told her I'm not going to go live. My lips are sealed. I don't give a shit. You do you, but you're going to make a fool of yourself. And I even said on the message to her, I said, what you're doing now with all these lies, I said, you're opening a can of worms, because I said, you know what Delusive's like? She'll dissect your whole story and she'll catch you out. I said, you're not as smart as you think you are.
Yeah. Oh, I like a good investigation. But you know what it is, Sophie, with her? I can't be asked because I find her a little bit boring.
She's on the attack and I don't understand it.
I don't find it interesting enough to even care. Do you know what I mean?
No.
I know that sounds horrible, but I just really don't.
Do you know, that's
I mean, even the videos, I don't know if it's a voice or what.
I think you've just got to see it as like...
I mean, I don't have a problem with it. She's done nothing to me, and do you know what I mean? But I think she might be lonely. I don't know. But however, I just find it a bit boring, you know. And I don't know what it is. Yuki wants the money, yeah. Well,
that's the thing. EQ's on here to make money. That's the thing. Like, it's different for everyone, isn't it? But I just think she needs to keep her guard up after what just happened with Alice, because she did tell everyone she's met Alice before and she hadn't. Obviously, she did it to defend Alice, didn't she? Because everyone was trying to find out who she was.
Yeah. Right. Some people thought that she was Alice, but she's not, is she?
No, apparently Alice is like Yasser or something, one of CLA's moms.
Ah.
But this is the thing. I just think that she's gonna do the same thing. I can just see it.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll try and get. Can everyone share the live to court assassin, guys? We're going to try and get her in the box in a minute. I don't know if she's still asleep. Is she on live court assassin? Let me have a look.
She don't really come live much anymore, does she? How did your interview go with her yesterday?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. No, she's not live yet. I don't think she'll be live till about 12. Court assassin. She's probably still in bed. She had a few. Yeah. When are you ready? Are you up for an interview?
Yeah, I'll do one at the end of the week with you, Angie, if you want.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll get it prepared. Well, I've got Paigey baby today, so yeah. What's today? Thursday.
That'll be good. If you need some questions, I know that she was in a relationship with some like rapper on here and he was cheating on her, so that'd be a good one to ask.
Oh, was it? Really? That's not Randy Roofer, is it?
No.
I know something happened with her and Randy Roofer.
I think he was called like Seeps or something. I think he was really good to him. And he was like shit, so that'd be a good one. Yeah, Seeps. Yeah, that was his name. She was like, thank you guys. She was one of his mods, and he like, obviously she was with him, but I think she like helped him out a lot and was like really supportive of him, and then get on her. So
yeah, oh really? See, I don't know much about Paigey baby, to be fair. So it's a difficult one for me with Paigey baby. But anyway, I've got her at 6 tonight.
Yeah, she was fun.
You need to know someone, innit? Do you know what I mean? To know what questions to ask and things. But thank you. Yeah, I'll ask you that question.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. And I know obviously she does all the poetry stuff, doesn't she? And I think has she got like a degree in criminology as well. I don't know, there's some ideas.
Yeah. Oh, look at her. I've asked about it. I'm going to ask about education anyway. Look at her stretching her little paw then. It's a girl, isn't it?
The boy.
Oh, it's a boy. I keep saying a girl. And she's like doing a pee, sorry. Hello. Oh, look, he's doing that. Oh, how old is he?
Like 11 weeks. He just had his vaccination yesterday. He didn't even flinch. He didn't even care.
Did he not? Oh.
Vets were like, can we get a picture of him in front of like this board thing? Because he said, we've never seen one of these cats before here. And I was like, yeah.
But they don't grow here, these cats, do they?
No, they stay bald.
They stay. Is he, I should say, is he going to be an outdoor cat or indoor cat?
Indoor, God, I wouldn't live freeze to death outside. He's got a little jumper, look.
Why is it inside out? What? Oh, he's lovely, isn't he? He really is. Oh, I just like the way he's doing that on the... Oh, he's got loads of toys to play with.
Yeah, he's got these like little mice and they've got catnip inside him, so it's like he's on crack. He runs around like crazy.
Isn't he cute, guys? You know, he's lovely.
Everyone thinks he's ugly, but I just think like he's that ugly, he's cute. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I mean. Yeah, ugly is cute.
Like that.
Yeah. What breed is he?
Thinks.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Did someone just say it in the comments? Yeah. Hey, Smiles. Oh, he's cute. Does he sleep a lot?
Not really now. He was the first couple of days, but now he's like running. He gets like zoomies in the middle of the night.
Oh, does he?
Like crazy, yeah.
Oh, he is adorable. That's an XL Chihuahua someone's put. Oh, look, it's just doing this in the air. Look, it's going.
He's swimming.
Right, thanks for anyway, I'm going to pop off now. I'm going to see talk on this court assassin about the interview, guys, and yeah, I'll write some questions down for our interview then.
All right, lovely. Have a
I'll see you later safely. Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Isn't he cute? Oh, he's lovely. Guys, can we share it to court assassin? I don't think she'll be up yet. I want to know how she feels about last night after having a goddamn rants. And I want to know is why she can't talk on Laura. Guys, also send it to Loopy Laura. Is Loopy Laura live? God, is Miss Fed live today? We'll come to her at 10. If she is. We know she's a bit of a part-timer. Who did she rent? No, Loopy Laura is it? She was arrested because of Laura, that's why, Angie. Yes, that's what I think, yes. But can Laura talk on it? Because we need to get Laura in the box so we can have a little gossip about it. She doesn't do Thursday. Oh, does she not, Miss Red? Oh. Oh, they got it. Police case against each other. You know what I feel, right? Because they got police cases against each other, right? I think they should just... I think they should have a little conversation and say, listen, it's gone too far now. We both have police cases, right? I don't want to get arrested. You don't want to get arrested. We don't want to take this further. Shall we just drop... Listen, I'm saying that's what I would. Listen, let's just drop it because, you know, we don't need this extra hassle. That's what I think they should do. Yeah, I mean... And I think they should put it to bed, stop talking on each other. Oh my God, get them both in the box, guys. We need to get them both in the box. They hate each other. I know, but they need to realise it's TikTok. They need to move on, you know, and say to each other, listen, let's not take it further. We've both got police cases. We both have children. Let's not, you know, pursue this to court because, you know, you need money and all this, you know, you both need to get solicitors on money, or, you know, need money to get bloody solicitors. Put it to bed and not talk on each other. That's what I would do. Yes, everyone sure that share the live to Loopy Laura. Let me message her. This person keeps requesting me, go away. Loopy. Oh, she's live.
Everything else and get back to normal life. And this is where it's going to go, but I are talking about Pumpkin Street. Bastards will try and take up for ages.
Everyone go and tell her to come in my box. She's live.
The Illusion of Angie has joined my box. Are you looking me, my darling? Do I hear you're looking me? Are you looking me, Miss Angie? Am I in trouble? Have I done something? You know, what is it you're looking me? Angie's she's just entered my chat. Miss Angie?
She's requested. Hiya. Just so you know, I am on my other live as well.
Okay. Are you looking me?
Yeah, looking me. Yeah, I was just wondering, I mean, I don't know if you can ask Angie, not now. Oh, why, what's happened?
No, wait, are you looking to interview me?
Yeah, we can have an interview if you want.
But what else are you looking me for, Angie? Because...
Yeah, I mean, it depends what you can and can't talk about, do you know what I mean?
Good morning, Sonny. Do you know what, Angie? I will do your interview. I will let you interview me and I'll be open and honest with you. But see, right now, darling, I'm going through something so personal in my life that I just need to take time to heal and recover from something that I have personal going on.
Oh, listen, that's fine. I'd rather you heal and, you know, if you're going through things.
Yes, listen, I will be off for you interviewing me and I will let you interview me and I will be open and honest. But right now, at this minute in time, I just don't think...
Listen, that's absolutely fine. I'd rather you just do what you have to deal with. I don't know what you're dealing with, but yeah, no problem. I've probably joined at the wrong time.
Okay.
But yeah, when you're free and ready to talk, you know, just send me a message. That's no problem.
I will, Angie, love, okay?
All right, I'll speak to you soon,
Bye.
Laura. Bye.
Bye.
And I hope you're okay. Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Let's see what comments are saying.
I will be fun. I will let her interview me and I will let her do it, but I just don't think right now at this minute in time.
That's that. So we can't get Laura on because she can't talk. I assume. I don't know what's happened. To interview no one wants, but the thing is, she said she'll be open and honest. I want to know about court system. I want to know about all of that. So she has got a story. I would like to interview people that have got an interesting story. Guys, trust me. I've interviewed Ems. You loved that. I interviewed Zach Bratt. You loved that. I interviewed Gems. Okay, that was by default. But however, you loved that. I've interviewed... Who else have I interviewed? Court Assassin. You loved that. Okay, trust me. I know who to interview, okay? You may think they're boring. However, when you get them on my platform, right? Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? They will start talking about. And what I want to hear from Loopy Laura is about Court Assassin. I want to know, that's if she can talk about it. Because I don't know what else she has on TikTok apart from all the shit with Court Assassin. And of course I'm going to ask her other things about, you know, what she did before TikTok and her schooling, just like I do with everyone else. But I want to know, because she has, you know, they both have police cases against each other. She had her car damaged. It was set on fire, I think, where she, I think she blamed Court Assassin for, or, you know, Court Assassin probably may know someone who'd done it. So I want to know about all of that, because I'm a nosy bitch. I want to know everything about it. So that's if she can talk about it. So I'll have to find out what she can talk about and what she can't talk about. Do you know what I mean? Can people get in the boxes? Because I feel like I'm just talking to myself. AJ would be good. You know who I'd love to get in for an interview? AJ and Loopy Laura. I think that would be amazing if I can interview. I hope that they're still, you know, she's still speaking to AJ. But I think AJ and Loopy Laura together as an interview would be brilliant. Because I can ask them separate questions, but at the same time, instead of doing it completely separate. What do you want, TG? But we've heard their sides many times. Well, I want to hear it again. What do you want, TG? What is it?
Hiya.
Wait a minute. Wait, I can't hear you. What? Yes, what is it?
Can I not even say hi? We're all friends.
You're slagging me off all over the app.
No, I haven't.
And Angie's live slagging me off.
You sort of spoke on my kids yesterday.
Yeah. Listen, at the end of the day, you do different interviews than mine. You have completely different times. Don't get jealous.
You fucking jealous. You
Someone
copied
said in
me.
the comments, someone said in my comments that you were jealous or something.
Jealous of you?
No, that you're talking about my interviews.
No, I didn't. I said that you're a copycat.
Not copycat. I'm enjoying it.
So you copied me though. Have you got any original content? Because you copied Miss Red's FYP and you copied my
But the thing
interview.
is, Top Girl, it's about better, and I've done it better.
No, you did. You did copy. You have no original.
But whether I copied you or not, I've done it better.
Yeah, right. I've done it better.
Everyone talks about my interviews.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. A Canadian Angie, which was, in fact, quite boring.
Canadian Angie don't like you. She said
Excuse me. She keeps saying
you're old.
Excuse me, I'm talking.
Okay.
Canadian Angie being one, because even though it was boring, everyone was talking about it the next day. I loved that, so that was good. Court Assassin, brilliance all over the FYP. Zach
I'm not
the
even
Brat,
seeing
all
it
over-
once.
all
I'm not
Zach
seeing
the
it
Brat-
once.
Zach the Brat has been spoke about on Miss Red platform.
That's
So-
the biggest racist on the app.
all of them.
Angie, but seriously though, do you have any originality? You took Miss
No.
Red's FYP, you took my interviews. Like, what do you bring to?
And I've done better.
What do you bring to TikTok? Nothing.
And I've done better.
You haven't.
And you're jealous.
So jealous it hurts my heart.
Yeah, now get out. We'll have no jealousy in my boxes, TG. There's no need to be jealous, TG. You know, we do different times. Just be careful, because I might start doing it at your time. Thank you, Ems. Thank you so much. You have more views. I do get more views on my interviews as well, TG, but you continue to be jealous. Don't get bitter, GG, DG. TG, don't get bitter, get better. Remember that. Don't get bitter, get better. Let me give you some advice, some interview tips. You might want to show your face, because, people like to see, a face behind the voice. Actually, I'm not going to give you any tips. No, I'm not going to give you any tips. You're either liked or you're not. And you're not liked. Jealous and affected. I love it. She's got no content. I've not seen anyone else do interviews. Oh, well, in that case, there you go. You've not seen it on the FYP. Exactly that. Stop streaming around. Yeah. Oh, yeah. TG with the 10 viewers, exactly. I've only seen your interviews on the FYP. I know, it's crazy. I don't know if actually there's someone here that's talking on me in regarding my interviews, which I will play. We're going to turn the camera around here and talk on this. Let me see. Now, where is it? There we go. There's another person that's talking on my interview, and I love it. Right, let's turn this camera around. But right, so Chippy and this woman talks on my interview, so we do have another one. We have another one. Right. Guys, let me know if Miss Red comes on. I don't think, no, she's coming on today. It's the Thursday. Is Miss Red on today, guys? Is she on? Yes, no, what? Angie's the best at interviews and they're just jealous. Thank you, smiles. Is Miss Red on today at 10? She's on maybe at 12. Oh, so no cam touring today at 10. Damn. Not on yet. Anyway, let's just play this one before we get onto the FYP.
we're on about delusive, I mean, I've seen this. She beefs me like for no reason. You know what I mean? This is like
no. There's no.
This is what I do for fun.
There is a reason, love. You said every time you interview someone, it ends up about me. Then you said what did you say? I'm always drunk, which I only drink on a Fridays now, and that I'm not professional apart from my glasses. At least I show my face, which is not more than you can do. So there was a reason.
You know, and fair play to her doing interviews, right? Because nobody owns about nothing. But why do you think she's scared of new people coming on the app?
No, are you talking about? I encourage new people to come onto the app. I'm wanting to discuss new people because it's, you know, at this moment, the group, what's been spoken about a lot on TikTok on the FYP is myself, Corey, Misread, Luke, Pearl. It's just the 5 of us. We are the FYP. Yeah, that's 5 people. I'm encouraging people to come on because I'm bored. It's like rinse and repeat all the time. So I want new people to come on. I want to see new content. So that is not true. And I've said it many times to people. And if you do come on, if you want to do the FYP, that's up to you. But however, can someone do some actual goddamn content? You know, it's just, you know, FYP hosts talking on other FYP hosts. So I would love for someone to come on. I'm just saying this is what I'd like, and have some actual content where they go out and do things or whatever it may be.
Well, you've got to look at this app as there are people that do it for fun, and there's people that do it because they just like doing it, and then there's people that want to make money out of it. And I think Angie has got into that momentum where she wants to make money. And
so I didn't know Chibi had an interview. This is what I mean. This is exactly about someone that is, you know, there's only 300 viewers in this live. I was only scrolling. I just saw one video of Chippy having this interview, so I don't know anything about this. But once again, talking on myself.
Much money she can make, and her all actions are based around making money, getting on the FYP, making money. So yeah, I think I just believe Angie's lost her way a little bit. So.
Yeah.
No, I haven't lost my way. When I do my interviews, I love it when people talk on them. It gets on the FYP. Whether you talk on them, even if you don't talk on them, it gets on the FYP, and I do love that. That makes me an amazing interviewer. Because people don't want to talk about... Listen, I didn't know anything about Chibi's interview here. Maybe it was boring. I don't know. Nobody wants to talk about someone that's boring.
Any of her interviews, and what's your thoughts on them?
Her interviews are more about trying to get info that isn't there.
That's what an interview is about. Nobody wants an interview. Listen, when you watch Piers Morgan and other people that interview, they dig deep. They ask the questions we all want to know. That is an interviewer. Why am I just going to ask you questions that we already know? Oh, boring. We already know this. We want to know about your life, things we do not know. Tell me about you. Tell me about yourself off TikTok. You know?
I could maybe uncover something news later. That's my true belief. I don't think she's being honest with you. I think you, Top Girl, are doing a great job.
The thing is, Top Girl, she never gets on FYP or interviews. They are boring. They are boring. And listen, I'm just being honest. It's not because I have beef with her. They're boring. I don't even know when her interviews are. I don't know what they're about. I don't know who she interviews. You know, I've never seen one of her interviews on the FYP. I mean, maybe they are on there. I've not seen it. I don't hear other people talking on them.
And she's doing it because she's seen others doing it. Thought, I can make something out of this. And get some info that's maybe not already available.
And the reason why you're all talking on me doing these interviews because I am the best and you're jealous.
Yeah. So when we're on about delusive, I mean, I've seen this. She beefs.
I mean, is Clout Alert interviewing me or Chippy? Yeah. You could have just asked me. Do you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? This is, like I say, this is my job. This is what I do for
no one knew she had interviews. I don't even know when they are. I don't care.
Fair play to her doing interviews, right? Because nobody owns about nothing. But why do you think she's scared of new people coming on the app?
Is this a repeat?
No, I think you've got to look at this app as there are people that do it for fun, and there's people that do it because they just like doing it, and then there's people that want to make money out of it. And I think Angie has got into that momentum where she wants to make money. And she's seen how much money she can maybe uncover something and use it later. That's my true belief.
Oh, I don't
think she's being honest with you. I think you, Top Girl, are doing a great job.
Yeah, but that's just, you know, what's the point? I would never interview Chippy. Because he's not honest. He's just been biased. You know, Top Girl's his friend. Top Girl, you know, she's in the clique. So you're just saying what the bullshit. We already know Chippy. So you just lied. We all know that Top Girl wasn't the best at doing the interviews. You're never going to say that I am because you don't like me. So what is the point of interviewing Chippy? This is a person you don't want to interview because what they are, he's still doing. He's still on TikTok. He's still in that mindset of being on TikTok and lying. You know what I mean? And being biased. I'm in the clique. These are my people. So Top Girl, you're doing great. That's because she puts her in the box. No one talks on Top Girl's interviews. Half the people like here just said they didn't even know she does them. I'm not going to actually promote her. However, you know, that's because she's boring. It's that simple. Right, should we start the FYP, guys? Is Miss Red on? Check Miss Red immediately. I'm hot. Oh, God, it's hot. Right, what have we got? We're going to play Court Session. Where is she? They go live to watch your interviews. Yeah, they go live to watch your interviews, exactly. No, she's not. Okay, right, let's talk about something else. We are going to talk about... Right, Court Session, where is she? When I find her, music. Where is she? Give me a sec. The drama. You, Dave Drenson. I want to talk about this lady here.
Hi guys, this is
first. So, Rebecca Goodwin.
Quite an important video, so if you're ever going to watch one of my videos, don't let it be one of them slaggy ones, let it be this one. Basically, I am trying to organise something, and for me to be able to organise this something, I'm going to need your help. So basically, it's very common knowledge now that so many people are failed by the justice system all over the world, especially when it comes to domestic violence, rape and sexual assault cases.
Can I just say I disagree, right? I know the justice system, you know, is a bit shit at times. Absolutely, that I agree. But I don't agree when she's saying about the justice system is letting people down regarding rape and SA. And let me explain why. And DV. It's based on evidence. If you don't have the evidence, you don't have a case. How has that got to do with the justice system? How was that their fault? Are you wanting the justice system to, you know, put away a man based on your say-so? Because you've said it happened. Okay, it happened. Let's jail this man. No, the justice system does not work that way. Don't get me wrong. The justice system has failed at times, yes. And we all at times think, oh my God, it's crap. Absolutely. But however, and I think, you know, with majority of cases, it's a difficult one. DV, SA and rape is very difficult to prove because a lot of women don't have evidence. But that's nothing to do with the justice system, is it? That's anything to do with the justice system. If you haven't got the evidence, you have not got the evidence. And that's unfortunate.
If anybody has a story where they've been failed by the justice system and is brave enough to make a video about it.
I don't know about her video evidence. I don't know what she had in regards to the video evidence. I did see it. I think there was a longer clip. She played, I think, 30 seconds. It was a trigger. I think she has now removed it, thank God. You know, and I do stand by Rebecca Goodwin on this one. You know, absolutely. And I'm not backtracking at all. However, in my opinion, that video, it was a huge trigger. But unfortunately, I'm just talking about that clip, what we saw. Apparently, there's a longer clip. We didn't hear his voice. Well, I didn't hear his voice. And that is that's unfortunate on that video. But however, she said there was a longer clip. I don't know what clip she has put into the to the police. Morning, Danielle. Bless her. Listen, I mean, the thing is, I'm just being realistic. I'm just looking at it from the justice system's point of view. I'm just looking at it how the court would see it, right? And I'm just being completely honest. I'm not saying, listen, I stand with Rebecca Goodwin, yeah? But I'm just looking at from from the court's point of view. Do you get what I'm saying? Unfortunately, the clip we saw did not hear his voice. And I'm just saying what we heard. I don't know what video she has actually sent in because there was a longer clip.
I really, really appreciate that. Now, this video does not have to go into a lot of detail. I understand that it's a very, very personal topic. But if you could...
Someone's put, well, shame on you. I'm looking at it from the court's point of view. Yeah? And I don't care what anyone says. Okay? That someone could look at that. Now, I know there's a longer video. Okay? But however, it could be looked at as in, well, he could turn around. I'm looking at it from what his defense team could come back at. Do you get what I'm saying? And they could say he wasn't there because his voice is not on the recording. Yeah, I'm looking at it from their point of view, what they would come back at.
This video, hashtag justice denied.
You heard him. If you heard him, I understand that. I didn't. I'm not going to lie, but maybe it was a bit of a trigger, okay? But however, if you heard him, okay? And that's brilliant, okay? Because then obviously that's solid evidence. But however, also I'm saying regarding DV and SA and grape, it's just one of those unfortunate ones where a lot of women aren't going to have the evidence for. But that's nothing to do with the justice system because justice system has to go by receipts. And I agree with the justice system on that.
Then I can hopefully get my own stats to back up what I am trying to organise. I've had so many messages from women, men, mothers of children talking about how badly they have been failed by the justice system, and I would now like to use my platform to try and combat this even just a little bit. Now, I don't believe that I could ever change the law.
It's in place also stop innocent men going to jail, Angie. Exactly that. So I just don't agree with this one where, you know, when she said it's a justice system sucks and everything else, and maybe her situation, I just think, you know, it's, you know, I don't agree with it. I just think it's just unfortunate. The reason why a lot of women don't get to court is based on evidence. And you've got to have solid evidence. If I was sitting, you know, as a jury, I'd want to see 100% evidence before I say this man is guilty.
Believe that, you know, people would listen to me solely, but I do feel that if we all club together and talk about our experiences, then we could make a dent. Remember, hashtag justice denied. Thank you, love you. Hi guys, this is actually quite...
Courts also help a lot of innocent men walk free, not just guilty. Courts also help a lot of innocent men. Yeah, innocent men walk free. Absolutely. So this is why I'm not agreeing with her on this one. Okay, now her situation might be different. I don't know all the ins and outs about it, and I'm not going to talk on it because it's her story. Do you know what I mean? You know, her situation might be different. I'm just saying I think the justice system is, you know, got their hands tied because, you know, people keep saying, do you know how many women only get to court? The percentage is really low. But that's nothing to do with the justice system. That's based on your evidence.
An important video, so if you're ever going to watch one of my videos, don't let it be one of those.
He's admitted it. I know. Listen. I know he's admitted, but he can backtrack that. He can, you know, and he could say. He could say. I'm just looking at it from their point of view. By the way, he could say a lot of things. He could say he was under pressure. You know, it was put on social media. This was. Do you know what I mean? He could say a lot of things. You know, believe it or not, there are some people that have committed a crime that they've not committed. I'm not talking about the Rebecca Goodwin here. I'm just saying there is.
Be this one. Basically, I am trying to organise something. And for me to be able to organise this something, I'm going to need your help. So basically, it's very common knowledge now that so many people are failed by the justice system all over the world.
I'm not going against... Sorry, that's on repeat. I didn't realise. I'm not going against women. I'm being realistic. You get what I'm saying? You want to put a man in, and this has nothing to do with Rebecca. I'm just talking about what she's saying, okay? You want to put a man in jail based on no evidence. You know, you're sitting there talking about only 4-3, whatever the percentage is of women make it to court. Why do you think that is? Do you think it's the justice system? You're blaming the justice system. No, that's nothing to do with the justice system. It's because you have no evidence or lack of evidence, unfortunately. And I'm going to say unfortunately. Okay, but how is that to do with the justice system if you don't get, if it doesn't pass CPS, or because the police have said there's not enough evidence or there's lack of evidence? I'm sorry, if I was a jury, if I got called for jury service, I will never put anyone in jail without 100% solid evidence. I want to see it all. I say see it all, not see it all like that, but I want to hear it all. So yeah. Who's in the box? Hello.
Andrew, just quickly, right? Like when it comes to Rebecca Goodwin, there was 7 minutes of video evidence. You heard him in it. He handed himself in after the appeal that she put on social media. So how can you turn around and say that he's basically innocent?
I never said he was innocent. Those words never came out of my mouth.
No, but close enough, Angela. Like there's.
No.
I get that you like to be controversial, but
no. I never said anything like that. I'm saying I don't agree with what she's saying about the justice system here. I'm saying the reason why a lot of women don't get to court has nothing to do with the justice system, because she's saying the justice system has failed many people. Maybe they have failed some people. I'm not saying they haven't, but however, it's nothing because of the justice system. It's because there's not enough evidence to actually for that man to go to court, or for you know what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
The conviction rate for anybody that does anything like that is 2% within the UK. 2%.
But the thing is, CJ, that's based on evidence. If there's not enough evidence, or there's lack of evidence, I'm not. You know, why would you convict someone?
It's not necessarily based on evidence. It's whether the CPS pick it up and take it to the courts. Right. The issue is we know the justice system is corrupt. We know the justice system has failed many people before us.
Yes, I'm not saying they haven't. I'm not saying they haven't. I'm saying you've got to have solid evidence, because I would not want to convict someone if I was called for jury. I would not want to convict someone on lack of evidence ever. So I just think a lot of women don't get to court. Yes, they don't. But the reason they don't get to court is because there's lack of evidence or there's no evidence. So I don't think we could be blaming the justice system for that.
Right, so with Rebecca Goodwin, there is a 7-minute video. You hear his voice. He handed himself in. So,
yeah, CJ, first of all, I'm not actually really talking about Rebecca Goodwin. I'm just talking about what she's saying in the video, right? That's what
you played her video.
I'm not particularly talking about her case, right? But however, I did say about the video about, you know, it's so important for him to be heard in that video. Yes, I didn't hear him. You did. I didn't know that. Okay, fine, fair enough. So she's got that evidence there, right? Okay.
Do you think it's a good idea what Rebecca Goodwin's doing with the whole justice denied thing?
The what, sorry?
So if you look back at the video, it's got hashtag justice denied, right? So what she's trying to do is she's trying to get victims and survivors that have gone through the justice system and the justice system has failed them, right? So basically what she's doing is she's asking for survivors to come forward, post a video. They don't need to go into detail about what happened to them, but just to post a video and basically say that they've been through something, the justice system has failed them, and she basically, I think what she's going to do is she's going to pull together a documentary and she's going to put it out. Justice denied. Like when it comes to the justice system within the UK, that 2% conviction rate is very worrying.
Yeah, can I worrying. Say the problem here, right, in which I do agree to a certain extent, but the problem here is women may be putting out too much information, right? And if they put out too much information, the thing is we have a justice system, right? And some women haven't got to court based on no evidence, lack of evidence, right? And there, you know, some women, and I will say it, CJ, do lie also. So I think, you know, you've got to be careful what you put out on social media. So if women are going to do that, I think it's brilliant, but however, just don't put any names out there. You know, you could be recognized by somebody on social media. People may know who you're talking about. So you could be, do you get what I'm saying? So it could be a little bit.
No, listen, and I completely agree that there are people out there that do lie about it, but I believe that if somebody lies about something like that, they should be charged with the exact same
Women
charges.
do, women do lie, and if they do lie, they've women do lie, you know what I mean? And so you just got to be careful that if people are going to do that, just not to put information out there, because you know.
See some of your comments, Angela. Like, why is your mods not blocking some of these people?
Sorry.
I says, why is your mods not blocking some of these people that are absolutely vile? One that Natalie with the red hearts and Kaz, like you need help.
Right, what they said, Natalie, just Jury they are normal people. Or I don't understand what she said wrong.
No, but before I jumped up, there's a couple of people within your comments that I've actually asked, because I feel that their opinions on this matter are completely vile, especially coming from a woman.
But the thing is, you want to hear just, you want it to hear, you want it, how do I explain this? Yeah, it's people's opinions, isn't it?
Maxine, go take your face for a shite. Listen, Angie, at the end of the day, like, I know you're controversial. I know you, right? I've started watching you for 3 years. I know the game that you play, right? I get it. Shankari, go take your face for a shite. I think that when it comes to things like this, Angie, it needs to be left alone. She had 7 minutes evidence that proved that he was the perpetrator, right? He also handed himself in. There's also many people that have done it before, that have had lots of evidence, and it's still not touched the CP. It's still not touched the.
No, I know that he's handed himself in. He might backtrack on that. I don't know.
Katie, how many? Shannon Roach, how many fillers do you have in your lips, babes?
Can I just say something, CJ? Because I say that, you got to, with the justice system, I just feel the reason why a lot of women don't get to court or doesn't pass CPS is lack of evidence or no evidence, right? Which is right. That's the right thing, that you cannot take someone to court on no evidence, okay? What I was going to say, I've lost my thought now. What was I going to say? For God's sake, I've lost my thought. What was I going to say?
We were talking about the justice system, the 2% conviction rate.
Yeah, and I was just saying it's based on evidence and all of that kind of thing. That's going to say, but also it's also people ruining a case. You've got Rebecca Goodwin, which I do support, who put out also a 7-minute video, affected quite a lot of people, and potentially has damaged her court case. A man could potentially, get let off.
And when it comes to social media, like the issue is, like, if we look at Rebecca Goodwin's case, right, the fact that she's come to social media, yes, that can jeopardise the case. That can jeopardise any jury that goes into,
So someone's supposed to don't care, she wanted to make an awareness. Then, I don't think she's the right person to make an awareness if you're ruining a police case. Because, okay, I can understand you want to make an awareness. I can understand. I had my opinions on it. She was mad. She shouldn't have put it out. But I can understand, because people weren't believing her. I do get it. But however, if you're so, you want to stand for women that have gone through this, and why would you want to damage a police case because you just want to put an awareness out on TikTok? That's in my opinion not an awareness. You just damaged a police case, a case, and this man could walk free.
So what about the other women that were sitting in that pub that day that she walked in and she'd seen them? Right, because the only reason that she'd done that...
disgusting. I'm not saying I stand by Rebecca Goodwin. I think it's disgusting. However, she's sitting there saying about the justice system does not work when she's sitting there saying the justice system don't work and everything else. But I'm just basically saying it does work. Yes, I can understand some people haven't. Some people, yes, maybe not, but it does work. It's because they haven't had evidence, or they lack evidence, or because people like yourself has ruined a police case.
But do you think
I just don't understand how she's sitting there saying, talking about the justice system not working when she's done that to herself.
But it doesn't.
She's put out a 7-minute video, affected a lot of people on here, and is sitting there talking about how the justice system is failing, is a failure. It is failing a lot of women. But however, she's put out a 7-minute video, knowing that could potentially ruin her case, and that could mean that man could walk free.
Right, so the reason that she done it was because the justice system had already failed her from the beginning,
No,
Angie, right?
yes, but I said this before, why didn't she wait though? He was on bail, right? He was still going back to court, was he not?
No,
He
no,
was
no,
not
right,
found
no,
not
no, right,
guilty.
so basically what's happened, she'd reported it, 3 weeks, that recording was sitting on the police officer's desk, 3 weeks, they did not touch it. She walks into a pub, she sees him, and that's when she made the video. That's the reason she made the video, because the police didn't go arrest him, and the only
Yeah,
reason
but
that
the
he
police,
ended up
forget
with
the
a
police, we're
charge,
talking about the court now.
right, no, but the only reason that he ended up with a charge was because he handed himself in because of the hate that he was
Yeah.
receiving by social media. So, do you think that if she didn't, how long would she have to wait before you know
I'm not
get
talking
arrested?
about her coming on social media. I'm talking about the video she put out there. That could potentially ruin her case, as she's now sitting telling people how the justice system is crap. The justice system is not crap. It's you ruining, potentially, you could have ruined your case. But however, if he walks and it's based on that video you put out there, and obviously his face being shown everywhere on social media, that's not the justice system's fault. That's your fault.
No, because Angie, as soon as that recording landed on a sergeant's desk, he should have been arrested. It should have been looked into. They
Man,
should
I
have went to
agree
his
with
address and they
this.
should have arrested him.
I
But the
agree
thing
with
is,
that, but we're talking about two different things. That I agree with. But this guy needs to be locked up, you know, because she's put out this video and you said that his voice was heard on there. And then, you know, she's got the solid evidence. He has confessed to the police. She needed to wait to go to court, even though she's on bail and that angered her. I understand that. But she needed to wait until to go to court, because I assume she was going back to court again to hear his plea.
No, he wasn't arrested at first. He handed himself in after the initial video that Rebecca Goodwin had put out. The first video that she put out about the situation, he went and handed himself in because of the hate that he was receiving on social media. So what he done is he went to the police station.
This is exactly what I'm saying, CJ. In his defence now, he can say, I only pled guilty. I only handed myself in because of the hate I was getting on social media. I felt intimidated. This is what he could be saying.
Right, but when it comes to social media, like any speak about any case can jeopardise it. Whether she's put it up, whether somebody else puts it up on her behalf, it can still jeopardise the case. I get where you're coming from with that, right? But the reason that she came to social media was because the justice system had failed her from the very beginning.
Yes.
3 weeks.
Yes, the police are is completely different to the court, right? So yes, okay, absolutely. So she's gone live, which I have okay, brilliant, because she's putting it out there. The police have done nothing, right? He's gone to hand himself in, and when people say he's confessed, I'm just looking at it from that fact that his defence team can turn around and say, well, he only pled guilty or handed himself into the police because he was under pressure from social media, right? So that is also what you need to remember. So, but then he went for a hearing, right? A bail hearing. He was let out on bail. Right, so if she didn't like that, I can understand she was very upset with that. Absolutely, right? So then, because people didn't believe her on social media, didn't believe her story, she decided to put out the 7-minute video, potentially ruining her case. But now she's put out a video saying about how the justice system does not work, right? However, how can you sit there saying that the justice system does not work when you have potentially ruined your own case? And the reason, and I once again say the reason why with SA and Grape and DV is lack of evidence or no evidence. So don't get me wrong, sometimes it doesn't work. I think, yes, sometimes it can be bloody shit, the justice system. But a lot of the times the reason why women don't go to court is because it's based on evidence.
No,
all I'm saying, that's not the justice system's fault. It's not the justice system's fault you put out a 7-minute video. I'm not trying to.
She didn't put out the full video.
I'm saying how it is. It's not the justice system's fault you put out a 7-minute video.
No, she only put out 1 minute, and
showed his face all over social media before he was found guilty. That's not the justice system's fault. So if he walks, how are you now sitting there blaming the justice system when that's on you?
Right, so she didn't put out the full 7-minute video. She only put out 1 minute of the video. Tasha in the comments asking why he was let out. So basically what had happened is he had handed himself in. He was remanded in custody. He then appealed, and the appeal courts had released him. Right? But, the fact is, he handed himself in. He admitted it. Whether or not she's put stuff up on social media, his word on that recording tape saying "I did it" is enough, right? The fact that you can hear his voice, see that 1 minute video, Angie, right? I don't know if you actually listened to it, but it's
But
absolutely
CJ, you're not listening. I get that. I stand with her on that, yeah? That he did what he, yeah? Absolutely, yeah? He should be locked up, right? He should go to prison. Absolutely. However, how are you blaming the justice system if he walks free when you potentially ruined your case because social media did not believe you?
Because the justice system has failed many people before, Rebecca. Many,
CJ,
because they
you're not
have.
listening. Please listen to me, what I'm saying. Right? Listen, you're saying the justice system has failed. Yes, they have failed people. I'm not denying that. Yes, they have. Right? But what I'm saying is the reason why a lot of women don't go to court based on SA and rape is lack of evidence. They don't have that evidence, and that's unfortunate. However, but I would not put a man in jail based on no evidence, right? Because he could be innocent. Okay, so that's another reason what you need to remember. That's the why, yeah. But what I'm saying is Rebecca Goodwin is sitting there talking about how, about the justice system, right? But however, if this man walks free, how can she blame the justice system when she potentially ruined her own case by putting out that video on social media? Do you not think she should have waited until the actual sentencing or his plea, whatever, whether there's going to be a court case? I don't know, because he's not been found not guilty, has he? He's only been free on bail. They only let him out on bail. Is that correct? So would he not go back to court to plea whether he is going to be guilty or not guilty?
There'll still be a trial.
No, he's got a defence. Hello, she's put me all over TikTok, all over social media without me being found guilty, right? And she's put out this video, this evidence, which she should never have done. So that's now that he could be using this against her. So how, if he walks free, are you now blaming the justice system? You're sitting there saying, you're just telling me how the justice system fails a lot of women. But how are you going to sit there and say that the justice system failed Rebecca Goodwin when she put out a video and put this man all over social media, where now it's given him probably a good defence?
Right, so the justice system had failed her from the very beginning. 3 weeks that recording sat on a sergeant's desk. 3 weeks.
That's the police. That's the police. They're very separate from the court, okay? And I understand that was disgusting.
It's the police that initiated with the CPS for it to then begin a court case, right? So let's stop just looking at the fact that it's the justice system and the courts, right? The justice system begins with the police. They then gather the evidence, they gather statements, they gather whatever else, send it off to the CPS, it's then up to the CPS whether they push it through the courts, right? Yeah. If the CPS then take it to then push it through the courts, it then falls to the courts, the court's lap. The police then don't have any liability for it, right? But the issue being, that recording sat on a sergeant's desk for 3 fucking weeks. She walks into a pub.
No, CJ, I know what's happened. I know everything.
But what I'm explaining, Angie, is the police didn't do their job.
It was disgusting what the police did. I'm not saying that it's not, but I'm just saying she could have potentially now ruined her case and this man may walk free. How, you cannot blame the justice system. When I say the justice system, the court, if he does, because of the video you put out there. That's what I'm trying to say.
I understand the fact that
I just feel women, right? Women are blaming the justice system. Women are blaming the justice system. No, blame yourself. You're ruining a police case. You ruin, not police case, you're ruining cases. Do you know what I mean? And also, there's evidence as well. I want to see this man locked up. Do you know what I mean?
No, I completely agree. I think he should be locked up, and but when it does come to putting information out and evidence, it sometimes can jeopardise the case. But he's admitted to it. There's a couple of people in your box, by the way.
I know he's admitted to it, but his defence could be, well, I was feeling pressurised by social media. I mean, this is what I'm trying to say, where social media, it could be ruining cases.
But social media has done that since the very beginning of time. Carl Price, no, she didn't ruin her own case. She felt that there was no other choice but to come to social media for the help of people, the people like you and I. the reason that she's done it is because the justice system failed her from the very get-go, from the very beginning of this. That recording sat on a sergeant's desk for 3 weeks.
But I know, but you're
3
talking
weeks.
yeah, but CJ, that's an individual, right? That should have done his job properly. That police force should have done that's an individual, right? They should have done their job properly. I agree with you on that one, okay? But however, now it's gone to court. Now she needs to move on from that. Yeah, and focus on court. Now we're at court. The guy's on bail, right? He'll go back for it to plead. I assume whether he's going to be plead guilty or not guilty. Okay, so he's going to go back to court. But in that meantime, because people didn't believe her on social media, she decided to put out a video that could damage her case, knowing that could damage her case. And if this man walks free, she's then going to blame the justice system for this man potentially walking when it's really when it could be her own fault.
Angie, do you not believe they failed her the second time that I went to court for the bail hearing, and they said, you know what, you're not a risk to women, you're not a risk to Rebecca, you're not a risk to any female, you can now be bailed and go back into town. Do you believe they didn't fail her then at that point?
Well, that police force, yes.
No, that was the courts. The second judge released him. The second judge released the man in court. So do you not believe then that the criminal justice system...
Kimmy, it's not finished though, is it? It's not finished. He needs to go back to court. So she needs to wait to find out whether he is let free. If he is let free, then put it all over social media. But however, she did not wait. She did not wait whether he was going to walk or not. You know, maybe
your argument is that you're saying she can't blame the criminal justice system. My argument to you then stands at, fair enough, the police, I get what you're saying, the police failed her at first, so she did what she did. Then she went and they went to court, the man was remanded in custody. Hip hip hooray, finally a little bit of justice. Then a second judge then sees that said man, looks at said evidence and goes, no, you're not a risk to anybody, so we're just going to release you to the street where you're a threat to women in general.
I don't know what happened as to why when he went to court and had that hearing, they allowed him out. I don't know what was said. I don't know what evidence they'd seen. That I do not know. However, what I do know, wait a minute. However, one second, let me finish. However, what I do know is he's going back to court, right? Okay, and to plead either guilty or not guilty. There might be a trial. Might not be a trial. Or might then go straight to sentencing. That I do know, and she should have waited until the end.
Can you agree? What my point is, can you agree?
Another thing, the only reason she put that video out was one reason only, and that's because people didn't believe her on social media.
Yeah, can you agree that the second judge, by releasing him back to society, has then failed her again for a second time?
Yes. So, however, I think she should still have waited.
Right, okay, let me finish. Then, at that point in time, why should she have any faith in a justice system that has already failed her twice? Her point being... Please let me finish. Her point being, now, in her opinion, it's not just her against the criminal justice system. It's every woman in the universe against the criminal justice system. And that was her words. She stated that if she has to do what she does to change a law.
Okay, then, Kimmy. We'll change the law. Okay, Kimmy. Then don't moan about the justice system if he walks free.
But the justice system has failed. Many women. Angie, many a woman on several occasions.
I'm not saying people haven't let her down.
Can we not even
saying they haven't let her down. Yes, they have let her down massively. Yeah, but we know what. But she should have waited before plastering things on social media. She only put that video because people didn't believe her on social media. No other reason.
Angie, she felt there was no other way to be heard. She felt that she was being failed time and time and time again. So, sorry, me for one.
I get that, Kimmy, but don't blame... I get that, but then don't blame the justice system when it comes to it, when he goes back to court and then now pleads not guilty, which...
Angie, do me a favour.
The criminal justice system has shafted the girl. It's the criminal justice system that's pushed her into doing what she's doing now.
Yes,
And
but this is what
are you
I'm
trying to
saying.
say?
Okay, yes, they failed her, as in, yes, he's on bail, right? The police failed her, right? Which is completely different to the court, right? However, them two failed her. However, he's going back to court. She should have waited. Why, before putting out any things on social media? She never done that, you know what I mean? And that's,
The woman has no faith. She's been
Angie, look at your comments. Look at your comments. There's actually survivors in your comments that have even said the reasons why the justice system had even failed them.
CJ, leave it at
right.
What this woman is doing is she's trying to bring forward a movement to get things changed, so she has evidence to back up that they've been failed by the criminal
justice. What she's doing, Kimmy, is potentially destroying a case. And this man could potentially walk through.
I don't think any of us are getting what Angie's trying to say. Like, she's not saying, like, implying that. You've got to understand that when it does go to trial, it's got to be an unbiased jury. So when it's being plastered all over TikTok and social media, the courts are going to find it difficult to find an unbiased jury to sit out the trial. So that's where it can affect that trial. That's what Angie's just trying to say. Yes, it's disgusting. She has been let down by our local police. That judge has obviously let her down by re-bailing them, but unfortunately that's not like an only incident. It happens all the time. Look at Anthony Curline. He got convicted at court for rape. Then he was released on bail because the prisons were too full and he had to wait a couple of weeks just to get sent down. So what Angie's just trying to say is that she's not helping that case, because when it does go to trial, they're gonna his defence is going to be like, well, she's plastered all over social media, so how are you going to get unbiased jury members to sit out the trial?
I understand that, Linz. I understand what you're saying, but have you watched the girl? Have you sat in her room when she has stated that now she has no faith in the criminal justice system whatsoever? So now it's not just her versus the criminal justice system. She's making a movement so that it's every woman, every child, and every individual person that has been failed against the criminal justice system. She's doing what she's doing now to prevent others from going through what she's been through.
But how's it going to work though? Like, unfortunately, it's happened loads of times where perpetrators have been released on bail and then they've went and unalived the woman. It happens all the time, like where
He's the brave
victims
one
do
that's
actually get
standing up to
unalived.
make a change. So rather than question her, we should be stood behind
You
her.
can stand up and post things on social media and make a change, which I do agree with. Don't, you cannot then turn around and say, I blame the justice system as to why he's not being found guilty. If he's found not guilty, which I very much, listen, there's evidence out there, right? But I don't know what defence he's got there.
But actually, his defence is going to be like, well, our videos had thousands and thousands of views, if not millions.
Yeah.
It's going to be
how can you have a trial? It's like a trial by social media, isn't it? That's exactly what it is. Like Caroline Flack, in some ways had trial by social media. So it had all these views, this video. So that could be his defence there.
If he had never have been released from court from that second judge, she would never have done what she had done.
I get it. But then, however, you want him to see him in jail, don't you? You want to see him locked up now, okay? So what she should have done is said, I'm not going to put anything on social media because I'm going to make sure this guy is locked up, done, put away. And then if he walks free and is found not guilty, then I'm going to put it all over the social.
Because unfortunately, if that doesn't go to trial, in the eyes of the law, he's going to be seen as an innocent man. Unfortunately, as much as we dislike it, and do you know what I mean? It's not going to be on his record. So then he may be able to be free to go and work with like kids, maybe, or vulnerable people. Like he's going to get like. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously,
he's pleaded guilty. He's pleaded guilty.
He's pleaded guilty. Handed himself in.
I said he could backtrack on that. Wait a minute, Kimmy. I said he could backtrack on that guilt plea, that what he confessed to. Okay, this is a video, but however, he could say, when he goes to court, I plead not guilty. I only pled guilty with the police because of social media pressure.
A lot of people do confess to crimes, and then when it goes to trial, they take it back. Do you know what I mean?
It's basically like going, having an interview with no solicitor and the police going, come on, admit you did it, let's just, and then he confesses. He could turn around and say, well, the pressure of social media, I've decided to hand myself in. And
the pressure walking around has pushed her to do what she's done. So the pressure that
what he could say.
You can't go back on recordings of you saying I did it or you handed yourself in.
Has he pled guilty in the police station or in court?
Yeah, right. So Lindsay handed himself in. He was remanded in custody.
Yeah, he's handed himself in, but has he went into the police and said, "I've raped this woman"?
Yeah. So when
he just handed himself in because of what happened?
He was then taken into a courtroom. For you to be remanded, you need to go into a courtroom. It needs to be a judge that remands you. So he would have pled some sort of guilty for him to be remanded. That evidence was enough for him to be remanded at the
You can still plead not guilty and get remanded though, CJ, that's what I mean. When you're in a police station, if they've got evidence, they can still remand you even if you say not guilty. So it doesn't mean to say he's went in to confess. He might have just went in and said, oh, there's these videos going on social, this woman's accusing me of rape, and then they've arrested him and then they've remanded him, but then obviously the second judge has let her down by bailing him.
No, I agree with that. There's a couple of people in your box, Ange.
Can you rise a little?
Can you rise, Alicia?
No.
Right, okay. You know she's going to make valid points, though. Why won't you let her in?
Well, because it's none of your business. It's my platform.
Just because he's handed himself in doesn't mean to say he's went in and said I'm guilty. Like he's just obviously handed himself in to say that I'm getting accused of X, Y, and Z, and then they've remanded him.
It was stated he's pleaded guilty. It was stated he pleaded guilty.
Oh, sure, prove you cannot.
I know, but he hasn't been to court yet to plead guilty. He'll have just been at a hearing to remand him. That's not a trial. That's just a hearing to remand him into custody.
They hear his plea in that first thing. If he's pleaded guilty, they will hear his plea.
Yep. We all know when you go into a police station, you're questioned. It's on record. So when he says that I did it, that will be in the court.
This is what you call trial by social media.
So you're basically saying that he's pleaded guilty in the police station, he's been remanded, so technically what you're trying to say, CJ and Kimmy, is that he's now awaiting sentencing because he's pled guilty.
Yeah. There's a court case. He's been he was remanded in custody, then he was let out by the second judge. He was bailed. He wasn't bailed pending investigation. He was bailed until his trial date.
So if he's guilty to court in court.
If he's already pled guilty, he'll not have a trial date. It'll be sentencing. So if he's went and pled guilty, it's a sentencing trial, not even a trial. It's a sentencing.
It depends what the CPS wants. If the CPS then asks for an intermediate trial date,
But however, CJ, why did she not wait until he gets sentenced before putting information?
He hasn't pled guilty, Angie. He hasn't pled guilty. He's just basically.
The reason why she didn't wait.
He wouldn't have a trial if he went guilty.
Because she has no faith in a criminal justice system that has failed her twice before.
Then she should have waited and then to see what happened. Well, because he could go to jail. Is this woman okay? You are so sick. You are so
He hasn't pled guilty.
Listen, for him to walk into a police station and say, I've done it.
Right, for him to be remanded.
He has it. He's obviously went into the police station because he's wanted by the police. They just weren't searching for him. So for 3 weeks, she'd already reported it. It's just they didn't go out and make the arrest. He's went and handed himself in. It doesn't mean to say he's pled guilty to the crime because he wouldn't be facing a trial if he's already pled guilty. It would be for sentencing, like Anthony Curlyon. He went through a trial, got found guilty, then got re-bailed, waiting for sentencing. So if you're saying, Kimmy and CJ, is that he's waiting to get sentenced if he's already pled guilty?
That's what I'm saying. So it eliminates.
Then he needs to go to a trial. He won't be going to a trial if he's already pled guilty.
I'm not saying he's going to a trial. I've never said that. I've never said that.
That came out of my mouth, not Kimmy's.
I've said he's awaiting sentencing, which eliminates the need for an unbiased jury.
What?
The fact that he's gone in and admitted to what he's done.
There's no need for a jury if he's pleaded guilty. Because it's straight
right, do we actually know he's pled guilty, not to the police, but in court?
Because if he's handed himself in, Angie, he's just handed himself in because he was wanted by the police. It doesn't mean to say he's went in and admitted guilt.
He handed himself into the police. He was on remand, and then he went to court for a bail hearing. That's what I heard, but he hadn't. There was no plea.
So he hasn't pled guilty?
No, Lindsay, the initial point, right, the police hadn't actually looked at the case. It was still sitting on a sergeant's desk when he handed himself in. right? So he wasn't wanted by the police. He went in and willingly admitted to the fact of what he'd done to Rebecca Goodwin.
How do you know he's admitted it? He might have just went in and said, Rebecca's done this video, I'm getting accused of rape, and then they've arrested him because Sheila put a statement in. So she's put a statement into the police and they haven't went out to arrest him straight away, and then he's handed himself in.
I still think the criminal justice system is at fault. She is right in what she's saying, and more people need to get behind her.
Look. If the justice system isn't at fault here, right? Look at back during COVID. How many babies were failed by the justice system, the social services system during COVID? If the justice system isn't at fault.
Listen, the justice system is at fault. However, when people keep saying, you know, how many percentage of women get to court due to grape, this, you know, those kind of things, you know, DV, it's usually based on lack of evidence or no evidence. So you can't blame the justice system for that, because I wouldn't, you know, say someone is guilty based on no evidence.
Let's reverse that then, Ange, right? The ones that actually do make it to case. What about the ones that walk out of court?
Yeah, but we don't know what evidence they've had. What evidence have they had? Was there enough evidence? Because I'm telling you, I would never put someone in jail unless I've got 100% solid evidence.
When somebody's stood in a courtroom, pleaded guilty for what they've done, and they've still walked out of court, has the criminal justice system...
Listen, I'm not saying the justice system, yes, it stinks. I'm not saying it doesn't. However, you've got to judge it by everyone's different. You've got to treat every case as an individual. You know, just because that case, you know, was shit, does not mean that Rebecca Goodwin would have that same outcome. And I understand what the police had done to her, and that he's now walking free on bail. I do understand all that, yeah, but I don't even know if the court had actually seen this evidence. Had the court actually seen this evidence, or has it just been to the police? Has the police only seen the evidence? Do you know when he walked free on bail?
But it's not, her video isn't about that. Her video is about trying to change the way the criminal justice system is treating people. That's what she's doing right now.
She's doing it the wrong way. Because, you know, this guy could potentially, he could have a really good defense now, you know, the fact she's put it all over social media. I just feel, I understand she's mad, and I said this before, and I do stand with her on it, yeah? But however, we all want to see this man in jail. And, you know, I just want to say, please stop. Just wait until he is sentencing. Wait until he gets locked up, and then put it all on social media. Because now you're just giving him a bigger case. You know, he could sit there and be playing victim. He could say this is trial by social media. It's all, my face is plastered everywhere on social media. The videos everywhere on social media. I feel this way. I know he might even say I feel humiliated. He could play this victim, and we know what the justice system is like. And you've got to play. You've got to play the justice system. You know what I mean? One set, you've got to play the justice system. One set, you've got to play the justice system at their own game. Do you know what I mean? And that is, you've got to wait. And if he walks, then absolutely plastered everywhere. But wait. Because if you do not wait and you're plastering it all over social media, the video, all this evidence that you've given the police, you're damaging your case, and, you know, the man could walk, then you cannot turn around to say you were failed. You cannot say that, because they didn't fail you. You failed not saying you failed yourself, but, you know, you did it by posting things you shouldn't have done. Do you get what I'm saying? We all want the same thing, right? I just wanted to say, stop, please. I just wanted to shake and say, stop. I know that you're not listening. You're going in the past. Listen, you're saying they did this, the police did this, but this. There's no buts now, okay? At the end of the day, you've got to play the justice system at their own game, right? And what she should have done, yes, she's been failed with the police and all this shit. We know that. That's right. You've got to move on. Move on from that bit now. Yeah, the guy is going to go to court and plead either guilty or not guilty. Yeah, then there's going to be a sentencing. If he pleads guilty, straight away sentencing. Right, lock him up. Then put it on social media, because you're only ruining your own case, and then you're blaming this justice system for it when they didn't ruin it. You did. Do you know what I mean?
Well, at this point, you just sound like you're victim blaming. I'm not going to lie.
Angie, there's somebody in your box called
You're not listening, Kimmy. We all want this man locked up. right? Stop ruining cases and, stop it. Play them at their same game and just have patience. We understand that they've let her down. We get it. We know that. Move on from that now. Next step, right, is sentencing, right? Next step, hopefully jail. Then next step, I'm going to put it all over social media once he's been found guilty. But now they're making him a victim.
Now, I don't understand what's so hard to understand is the fact that she's got a lack of faith within the criminal justice system.
She can't have lack of faith right now. She can't have lack of faith right now. She can't have that now, okay? She needs to get this man locked up. Then that's her. That will be on her. You know what I mean? You can't have. You can't have lack of faith. Yes, they've let it down. Yes, they've done all of this. Move on. Done. It's done now. What's done is done. Because now you've got to concentrate on locking the man up.
The fact of the matter is people need to be supporting a girl.
I back Rebecca Goodwin. I probably didn't come across it at the beginning. Sometimes I get a little bit, my words don't come out right. I'm not going to lie. It does maybe sound like, I'm not defending it, but I am. We all wanted this man locked up, but you have to go about it the right way. Okay? We know she's got let down numerous times, but she needs to move on from that and have faith. She's got to have that faith to keep that man locked up.
It's not that easy, Angie. If you've been in
you can't just move on from something like that, Angela.
But if you don't move on, then the man walks free. What's your choice? You've got to be hard. You've got to be harsh. You've got to be hard. You've got two options, right? You either have that faith and get this man locked up, or you dwell on what's happened to you and he walks free.
The criminal justice...
Angie, can you let Cole up, please? There's somebody in your box called Cole.
Yes.
She wants to speak.
Listen, I know it's harsh. It is harsh. But you have two options. You dwell on what's happened to you, he walks free, and he plays that victim. Or you pick yourself up and say, you know what? He's going jail.
Hiya, Angie. Right, I agree on some of the points you've said, right? Because obviously putting it on social media is not going to help the case, bias, jury, whatever else, right? But Rebecca clearly is well known in the public. No, I do have a but, because I've been through all this myself. So obviously she knows she's got a big following thing. She felt failed by the system, and she thought that her voice would be heard better and louder by putting it out there on social media, and it did. She was heard. Now her case might never reach court, but by doing that she's now going to be helping a lot of other people.
How is she helping other people?
Well, with making this movement. Now, from my own experience, 11 years ago, I went to...
One sec, before you continue. How is she helping other people, putting it all over social media? This man could walk free, so that's not helping other women that he could potentially do it to.
So if you let me continue. So my experience, 11 years ago, I went to the police about my foster brother raping and sexually abusing me, and I had proof and so whatever else, and I had to do a 7-hour interview for it. Plenty of people were questioned, blah 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 blah. I was then left on my own, freshly out of foster care, for a year and a half with no contact from police or nothing. Anytime I phoned, they told me bullshit. I then found out, not a soul from my side knew, apart from the closest people to me, but him and his family were putting out their side on social media, and cryptic messages, no names were ever mentioned, whatever ever. 2 years later, the police come to me and they tell me, right, Nicole, it's ready to go to court. CPS has decided that we've got enough evidence here that he can get done for this. Can you please come to the police station to do a psychiatric evaluation? So off I go down to the police station. There I am for another 2 hours. And guess what, Angie? I was deemed mentally unfit. So now 11 years later, he's still free. He's still living his life. He never went to court. He got took into court and took into the police station and arrested for libidious and all this other charges, but he was let out on bail until a possible trial. Now he gets to live his life. So 11 years later, I find out that he's around all these people and supporting all these people that are getting beasts out of houses. So I decided to make a Facebook status, and people have maybe seen it because it did actually go viral, and I've detailed all my abuse, and this is the first time that my voice was ever heard. It was the first time my voice was ever heard by anybody. I was called a liar for 11 years of my life, and social media helped me. Social media helped me feel free. Now that man's still walking about, but now he can't turn a corner without people knowing what he is.
Yeah, and I understand what you're saying, and I'm sorry that you've gone through that. Yeah,
no, don't be sorry. I went through it. I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me. But what I'm saying is sometimes you have to speak louder than the fucking government and the police. Because they don't help you. I went to... no, you're not missing... You're missing my point. Because she put a story out there because she might go to court and he would have maybe got away with it anyway. Because that's what happens to beasts. The best actions for them is the actions of the public.
No. I'm going to stop you there. The best action that's meant to be
if you're going to keep muting me, I'll just drop. But the police don't do nothing. Going to jail doesn't do nothing for beasts, Angie. And beasts deserve to be dealt with because the fucking government and police don't do nothing. All they do is protect them. But now I'll drop. Well done to Rebecca for putting it out there because it's going to help a lot of people let their voices be heard and make sure that they can get their voices out there as well. Goodbye.
Angie, you're on mute.
Sorry, I didn't even hear the last bit. Angie ain't asked. I was actually talking to my mum, if that's okay with you. Okay? What was I going to say?
Right,
Listen,
Angie,
that's what I was saying. Yeah, that's your case, love. Yeah? And I'm sorry you've gone through that. I know you said not to say sorry, but that's your case. So, do you know what I mean? Not mine. Right? Not mine, so not Rebecca's, sorry, I have to apologise. Okay? Every case is different. And I understand about putting out an awareness. But however, I would rather see this man in jail so he doesn't do it again to someone else. That's what we want to see, the man in jail. Not having and then do an awareness when he's in jail for if he comes out. Do you know what I mean? Why is everyone saying so rude? I don't actually know what happened. Sorry, my mum was arguing with me outside.
Right, Angie, I'm going to drop it. Like, I understand that you do like speaking about controversial things. You're a very
I'm not being controversial. I'm not, I'm telling you how it is, and it sounds harsh, but this is what trolled by social media right now, okay? And what I'm saying to you is I understand about an awareness, but that's not going to help anybody, really. I know people are going to know who he is, but he could move. He could do it to somebody else. I'm saying this man needs to go to jail. And I know it sounds like you want to scream it from the rooftops, but however, you've got to not do that. To put this man in jail. You've got to say, I'm not going to put it on social media. I'm not going to do this. But however, if he walks, then I will. It's just about waiting. She should have waited, and that's all I'm trying to say. We all want the same thing, and that's what I'm saying.
But listen, I completely understand. It can jeopardise the case, but I'm just going to end up going round in some circles.
There's no but. That's it. Just don't ruin your case. Put the man in jail. This is where he belongs, in jail, so he doesn't do it to somebody else. What's an awareness if he goes and does it to someone else? What if that person doesn't see the awareness? This is where he belongs, jail. You got to be harsh. It's hard. It's hard. I know.
It's a sticky situation. Hungry guy, go take your face for a shite. Angie, I'm going to drop, but thanks for having me up.
Right. Does anybody else want to have their opinion? Otherwise, I'll move on. Yeah, just wait and see what he gets. You know what I mean? Absolutely. But I just don't think then you can blame the justice system. You know what I mean? He could cry that he's being bullied. Exactly. This is what I'm trying to say. Why do you don't want him to be the victim, do you? You know what I mean? And if you know what the justice system's like, well, you got to play them at their own game, innit? You know what I mean? I want to say something, Anne. Anne, you're not in the box. Do you have to request me? Yeah, I'm just saying the awareness court should be done afterwards. to see what Alicia has to say.
Angela, why wouldn't you let me in?
Yes, well, because I just don't like my platform being controlled by other people.
No, I'm not trying to control it.
Not you, the lady that was telling me to put in.
It's a really sensitive subject, but I don't think you haven't looked at everything. Like, from what I've just sat here and listened to, you've just victim blamed all these people that have been.
I'm not victim blaming. I'm being hard, yes, but I'm not victim blaming. We all want to see the man in jail.
But you're not taking into consideration that they had already mentioned about her job when they let him go. You're not taking into consideration that they let him go into the town.
I'm not saying what they did was right. I don't think he should have been let out on bail. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, yes, okay, you feel like there's no faith, you have no faith in the justice system. I understand it. However, it's not finished yet.
There's so many women's stories that have been let down.
Alicia, but you cannot look at other cases. That's their case. There's different, there's some women that have had success and got their, got him locked up in jail.
Small percentage.
Everyone is different. You cannot look at everyone's case. And all I'm saying is you've got to just keep fighting and wait until it's finished. Wait until hopefully he's locked up. If he walks, then absolutely.
But it's a very small percentage that are getting justice, and the whole point.
You cannot look at it like that and say, well, then in that case, let's all ruin the cases. Anyone that's gone through this, ruin your case, put it all over social media.
It's not about
look at that. You can't look at, well, so-and-so's he's walking free because of, the justice system. You can't look at it like that, because otherwise you just ruin it. What's the point you reporting it then? Why report it?
So she went to the police, she gave them a recording. Right, the guy went and handed himself in because obviously the recording was given.
Yeah, but we all know all this.
His name was given. But she knew they were going to let her down because they started talking about her job, because obviously she does OF as a job, and she knew that she was going to be let down. She knew that the CPS were not going to do anything to help her. She knew the police were letting her down. And she knew that in this country,
the thing is, Alicia, this is all I'm hearing is. Yeah, but all I'm hearing is this is what happened. She did this. Forget the past. Stop dwelling on it now. Move on, right? It's not finished yet. He's going back for a hearing or whatever he's going back for. Then all I'm saying is wait until it's over, until you put it all over social media, because now you could potentially be making him, into a victim. And for him to say, well, I've been pressurised all over social media, that's why I ended myself in, and, I feel bullied, I feel, humiliated. Do you get what I'm saying? You don't want him to be that person.
This is one case where she's put it out because she's got a big platform, so she's using her voice because she knows she's going to be let down, because we as women...
Well, she knows she's going to let down, why don't she just drop it now?
We are let down.
Okay, Alicia, if she knows she's going to be dropped down, why is she continuing it?
Because we need justice.
Exactly. That's why she's continuing the case, because she does feel she's let down. Past. Stop dwelling on it. Move on. Yeah, I know I'm sounding harsh, but this is what she has to do, and then continue that case. If you already think that he's going to walk free, why are you continuing the case? She's continuing it because she wants to see him locked up. So she does have some faith in the justice system, because if she didn't, she wouldn't be pursuing it still.
The justice system, if you look at statistics, they are letting women down with DV, with SA.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, but go and read about it, Angie.
Out.
Stand with women for once instead of fucking...
Get out. Listen, you're not listening to me. You're talking about everyone else's case. Everyone else's, your case, this woman's case, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. We're not talking about other people's case. Every case is different. You cannot look at it like that and say, well, so many people have been let down, I'm going to be let down, because then you'll never have faith, and you've got to have that faith to put that man in jail. Then talk about it once he's in jail, if he goes to jail. If he walks free, then talk about it. But you cannot keep saying the justice system has let this person down, John down, Deirdre down, this person down. Every case is different. And I just feel you've got to have faith in the justice system to keep going. Because if you're all going to think that, no one's going to report it then, are they, Alicia? If everyone's going to think in their head, well, I'm just going to be let down, no one's going to report what's happened to them. Do you know what I mean? Oh, she's making me mad, don't. I just feel people. Oh, my gosh. That's why many don't. Well, exactly, because Elise is putting out there the justice, you know, they're not going to help you. You're going to get let down. Let's forget about talking about everyone else's case. Like Cole, she was talking about her case, but that's her case. I don't know what happened in her case. I don't know what evidence she put forward. I don't know what happened when the police spoke to her. That's her case. Every case is different. And there has been there has been some women that have been successful and put a man in jail for a very long time. You know, let's start thinking of looking at, you're so negative, start looking at the positives as how many men have been put in jail, you know, due to DV, grape or whatever, you know what I mean? Start looking at that way, having a bit of faith in the justice system, because that's what you've got to have if you're pursuing a case, because once you feel let down, and I understand she feels let down, but once you feel that, you've got that mentality that, oh, nothing, he's going to walk free, you're going to just not have no fight in you to continue, and you've got to have that fight in it. That's what I'm saying. No one's victim shaming anyone, Alicia. This is the problem. You're twisting everything I'm saying. Yes, I know I sound harsh, but it's fucking, the justice system is harsh. But I'm not victim shaming. I stand with Rebecca Goodwin. All I'm saying is I don't want this man walking free. I want him to go to jail. But the only way you are going to put him in jail, and only Rebecca Goodwin can do it, is to stop putting information on social media. Yeah? Don't give him a case. Don't give him a defense. That's all I'm saying. I'm not victim shaming. I've been screaming, my throat's sore.
Aye.
Hello.
How would you feel if you bumped into your abuser after you reported somebody that abused you and you video recorded it? How would you actually feel bumping into your abuser in the pub when they should really be sitting in a prison cell?
Oh my God! Listen, he is sitting in a prison cell. Exactly. He should be sitting in a prison cell, but he's not going to be sitting in a prison cell if you keep ruining cases and plastering all over social media. Right, where he's going to come back with a defence. You don't want him to have a defence, but he's going to have one now. Do you know what I mean? You don't want him to have a case. Anyway.
Angela.
Don't know why she muted me.
Oh my goodness, going on about the bloody heater again. She's not talking to me, she's shouting at her. Oh my God, I'm not shouting at her. I'm talking about bills. Do you mind? Is that okay with you? She's ranting in the background. Do you want to listen? Is that what it is? Do you want to listen? There you go, have a listen. Because then you turn around and say, put it on mute. What do you want me to do? Oh my goodness. There you go, have a listen. Are you happy now?
Use them all.
Fucking idiots. Shut your mouth. I want to hear.
One bill, the electricity bill.
No, you can hear it. There you go.
I'm sick of it going.
You can hear.
I'm getting tired of it.
There, she's got to cry now. There you go. Are you happy now? Who's shouting at who? But you sat there, made on another accusation, assumed I was shouting at her. Again. There you go. You get it wrong all the time. Oh, Angie's abusing her mum. Angie's shouting at her mum. I muted out of respect for my mum because she was going off in the background. But however, you thought I was shouting at her. Does it sound like I'm shouting at her? I was just shouting, not shouting, but saying I haven't got the bloody heater on. Do you want to know everything? Do you lip read? Because that's what I was saying. But there you go. You can listen to some more because I know you want to listen. You say that she's a victim, but yet you don't want me to mute her out of respect. Here you go.
When you feel like
there you go.
When you feel like it, by the put your rubbish
there you go. Mute. But no, I thought you wanted to listen.
Dirty.
There you go.
Make me sick. I'm sick of cleaning up. For you.
Cleaning up. She never cleans. What's that? Okay. You better get a flat.
Leave me alone.
There you go.
Up all night on that bloody thing. 2 o'clock in the morning, screaming, shouting, hollering. Please, ambulance, fire brigade.
Please, ambulance, fire brigade. Oh, this pals keep requesting me.
Why don't you do something good for your mother? Why don't you look after your mother for a change instead of me having to look after you?
She does that because she wants me to be the victim.
It's not. Turn the thing off then, and I talk to you.
I haven't got it on. Oh my goodness, it's like you're harassing me over something I haven't got on. I'm now raising my voice because I don't know how many times I have to tell you it's not on. The heater is not on.
TikTok, I'm saying. Turn it.
Why do I have to turn my TikTok off? They want to listen to you.
I need to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to you.
What?
I don't need to talk to you. I don't want to. No, I don't.
Get some things straight.
I don't want to talk.
You don't want to talk. You don't know I'm right. That's why. You know.
Okay, but I have human rights. These are my human rights, and I don't have to talk to you.
Truth hurts, doesn't it?
I'm not even on TikTok. I'm on a WhatsApp call. Oh, yes. She thinks I'm on TikTok.
You're always on the bloody thing. You're on some recording. You're always on something. Everybody listens to conversation.
No, my friend is just recording you.
You want a private conversation?
No, my friend is. I don't want a private conversation. I don't need to talk to anybody.
You're a lazy cow sitting there doing sweet
A lazy cow.
I'm sick of it.
That's what she said.
You get social services in.
I'll see you later, Kelly. Out.
Why don't you sit down and talk? Why don't you...
Out.
No, I'm right. And you don't want to listen to me because I'm right.
Yeah. I am on here most of the day. No, you know why I locked the door. She does this daily, yeah, she does. She does it because she knows I'm on TikTok. Oh shit, what's that? Yeah. Angie, she wake up on the wrong side of the bed, yeah. Just have a conversation with the Kerry. I don't have to. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't have to talk to anyone I don't want to talk to. Do you understand? I don't know what you're not understanding. You want me to talk to someone even though I don't want to because you want to control me and tell me who I should and shouldn't talk to. But I don't want to talk to her. Why do I want to? Why do I have to? Because if I know it's going to go a certain way, I'd rather walk away. I'm one of these people, if I walk away. I don't like confrontations. I know I have them. Thank you, Jimmy. I know I have them a lot on TikTok, but however, I'm not like that in person. I don't like arguing. My friend, the mods can tell you that. I'm one that will walk away. So if I think something's going to kick off or an argument's going to, I walk away. And that's the same with my mum. I don't want to talk to her because I know which way it's going to go. So I just walk away. But I can't help it if that person is outside my room. What do you want, Torian? For God's sake. Yes, Torian. Are you still not arrested?
Hi. No, they're not coming to get me.
I thought there'd be like, I thought you'd go live with them beating you down your door.
No, but I'm going TikTok. Angie, I'm going to the TikTok headquarters tomorrow.
What for?
I'm kicking off.
Why?
Because they keep taking my accounts. But then you got the likes of you and the rest of them that get to keep
No,
theirs.
my account's always got. I'm always getting banned. You know.
Should we go tomorrow together?
No, I don't believe you are going.
I swear to God, I'm going. I'm being so serious.
Going to jail.
I swear to God, I'm going TikTok headquarters tomorrow.
What are you going to do? Just go into there and just say,
I need to speak to whoever's in charge, and I'm going to tell them, you lot keep taking my account.
Can you say me as well? Because they're always getting me banned for no reason.
Yeah, I got you. Well, Angie, I don't know if it's for no reason.
Trump tomorrow, man. For God's sake, it might be twisted.
Is Trump? What is it? Trump ain't coming outside. I don't think that, because of what happened with Charlie Kirk, I don't think they're gonna let him go out.
They're trying to find you, Tori.
They're trying to find me.
You're gonna be on crime watch, man. They might make an example out of you.
Wait, phone call. Oh, what did you say?
I forgot what I was gonna say. I forgot. What was I saying?
No, you look very. Are you in a troublesome mood today, Angela?
No, my mum was kicking off earlier, so I don't know. But, yeah, I think I'm in one of those moods.
She's gonna kick you. Has Sheila ever hit you, Angela?
Yes.
Has she?
Yeah, of course she is.
What, with what, her hands, or like does she just pick up anything and throw it?
I kid told once and probably hit me in the head. I'm glad you find abuse funny.
Oh, Sheila gives me biting vibes. Has she ever bit you?
No. That'd be kind of weird.
I love Sheila, man. I actually love her.
I'm hungry again. Did I eat? I haven't eaten, that's why. Hey, Smiles. Oh, sorry, I still forgot to have a meeting.
I was just going to say, quickly take a look at WhatsApp. Excellent.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah.
No problem. I'm going to jump down so I can read your message.
All right, thank you. Are you going to be at the interview today at 6, Torian? Torian. You know what? I haven't done the FYP again today, guys. Again, this is 4th day in a row because I'm too bothered having conversations. Yeah, you know what? That's what I said. The FYP. If there's not much going on, I'm going to keep it to one topic. So that today we did speak about the Rebecca Goodwin. So I suppose we could do it that way, innit? Because there's no point playing loads of different videos because they're all shit. Oh, there's one video, that EQ, that I want to play. I'm like, what's EQ talking about here, guys? Where is it? Oh my, it's boring, exactly. Okay, right. Where's the EQ video?
You know?
EQ says Delusive is obsessed with her. What the hell?
Yeah, that's true. Like, I love you, Ange.
Who is this nonsense person coming telling me what to do?
Yeah, you all defend EQ no matter what. Yeah, but I defend you as well. If I like someone, I'll defend them. But if they're mad at me or they're feeling a certain type of way, I'm not going to drag my energy or feel a certain type of way. I'm just going to be like, crack on, get out of your system. Yeah, it's not that deep when it's a bloody app at the end of the day. I turn off, I don't think of this app, you know.
Your life is this app.
I'm not sitting there thinking of this person or that
You
person.
do?
Said to me, I'm sitting there watching a film, doing the housework.
No, you're doing the housework, my foot. My toe. Now we know you're lying. The housework.
Believe it or not, when I do get off, I do some housework.
You don't even wash the skin on your own body, the housework. You live, breathe and absorb everything on this app. You think about it morning, noon, night. It's your entire being. You're definitely not doing the housework when you're not even doing your own housework down below, if you know what I mean. Now piss off, scratch and sniff out of here.
Yeah, I know that.
She's so pathetic.
My name in her mouth constantly.
Time it's like
Nanny McPhee.
we very much lose respect, and we kind of think, oh,
Nanny McPhee out of here. She never does any good deeds. That's why she never gets any better looking. You know what I mean? At least Nanny McPhee did good deeds to get gorgeous. You know what I mean? This one does get more and more water.
Yeah, who's done good deeds?
It's by the days, old witch.
I'm not Chelsea. That's a fake.
Hello, Luke.
Yeah, I'm blocking.
Oh, look, even Luke the judge is going into her live now. How pathetic. He can't even have any opinions on EQ anymore, really, can he? Because we know it's all going to be bullshit, and it's all because he's begging for a friendship.
She's obsessed with me, this woman. She keeps talking about me.
There's a different level, isn't it? Yeah.
Can I get another one, please, now?
I know it's not the real Chelsea, it's a fake. Hey, Ellie.
At least she doesn't have to dress up for Halloween, you know what I mean?
I don't think I've got any videos. Hey, Jimmy.
Why did you cut the interview short?
It's your turn to give us a rest.
Oh, because it's so boring, the interview, because you kept saying no comment. I had to make it.
She keeps trying to get people to speak bad about me, but they don't.
Mine was the best one.
No, me and Canadian Angie set that up.
She literally said the same thing that I said about Zach. He's playing victim, he's playing on his mental health. She said it. That's why I said, can you put that on the FYP? Any screen recorders that were here? Because she literally said everything that I said. Now she's going, oh, EQ's throw you into the bus, man. Throw you into the bus. No.
Yeah, I am, yeah.
You had my real opinion on the situation.
It was a setup. I already confirmed that yesterday. It was, between me and her.
All right, Tori, no one cares.
What time you mean, Zach?
She said the same thing. She said he's playing victim. Honestly, I hope somebody's put it on the FYP. Because she's literally saying, oh, but EQ's done this. But you literally mirrored exactly what I said the other night. So that's your true thought. But you just say it to be friendly with Zach. So that's your true thoughts. That's everyone's thoughts on this app.
Hold it, because I'll do the interview with you, because I've got some good questions.
Yeah, anytime.
Address.
So let me know when you want to do the...
No doxing in the chat, please. Who's done that? Can we block it?
Two, and what
Rickster? What?
time?
I will do. I might do it while I'm here, you know. It depends what time.
Just give me a couple of hours to prepare the questions.
Well, why don't you prepare the questions now? Because we could do it on a breakfast at 12 o'clock, you know?
Yeah.
She does make me laugh sometimes, EQ. I'm not going to lie. You're still pathetic, though, EQ. Oh, what do you want, TG? You're being doxed. Oh, yeah, well, what's new there? What do you want, Torian? Out. Oh, what do you want, Top Girl? You got a minute. A minute. What is it?
I've only fucking come in to tell you that Alex is doxing you and talking about your mum. For fuck's sake. Can't even be nice to you, cunt.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, so it's wow, TG. If you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you back, TG. Okay? She's still here. TG, get back in the box. If you are nice to me, I will be nice to you. Because I think you troll me. And we all know that she does. Okay, yeah, my dress gets doxed every day. I mean, what's new? It's become a daily occurrence for them.
Shall we start again?
Yes.
All right. I came in because I was just I'm cooking and I was just listening to Alex and he started talking about your mum and said your address and I thought it was just.
I know, it's like a daily occurrence, isn't it? They do it.
But what's his problem? You're not speaking about him. I don't understand.
I know I'm not speaking. So that's what I've always told people. He's always got an excuse like, oh, it's because I misread or whatever. But I'm not even talking about misread. I'm talking about you.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with him. He's on one today. I don't fucking understand. And he said the slur word against the gay community today.
What, POOF?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't understand why he thinks that's accept. He does it every day, innit? So, but I can't talk on him. So,
well, I can talk on him though. And right, so the other day,
I think I know what you're doing. I can't talk on him for legal reasons, and you know that. Yeah, I can't talk on him. Sorry. I actually forgot for a second myself. Can someone make sure you've got that on screen record that I can't talk on him? Yeah, setting me up. Yeah, can someone screen record that? I can't talk about certain people on the set. I kind of forgot for a second. But sorry, when my dress has been doxed, obviously I'm going to have my say on that, and I'm just going to say, well, you know, people do that daily, innit? You see, okay, but GG, yeah, oh, right, so it was a setup. What's it? Yeah. What am I looking at? WhatsApp? I've got some, my legs itchy. Guys, I need to get some food, I'm hungry. Right, I just charged this. I'm gonna get some food, guys. I'm starving. Oh. What do you mean? Oh, is she? TG, Top Girl, I'll block her next time then. I've given her so many chances, and she's just a troll, isn't she? And she says she's, and I will say this, she says that she's a Muslim, but I've never heard Muslims be so disgusting before and talk to people the way that she does. I'm an older person, do you know what I mean? And they usually have respect for people that are older than them. They do have a lot of respect, but she doesn't have any respect for anybody. Too many chances, yeah. Block her now, just get her out. Because she's got no views, she's desperate for views, and guys, don't follow her. Anyone that even watches her will be blocked from my platform. Because I can. Because I can. Thanks, Tweedledee, just get her out, yeah. I thought she could be nice, you know what I mean, but I don't think she can, and she sits there calling herself a Muslim. It's strange. Not a decent Muslim anyway. Why do you got Zach get you? When? Do you mean the other day? Is that calling me? Guys, please don't call me on that call phone. Hi, Jimmy. She was sent by him. Yeah, she's permanently blocked now. No more chances. You know. Usually people with that religion usually respect people older than them. Do you know what I mean? She's just a troll. Horrible person. Guys, and if anyone watches her, go and watch her. But you'll be blocked from my platform. Can't stand her. You know, how many chances are you going to give someone? She's desperate to be a big creator. She'll never be a big creator. She's got a horrible mouth on her. Desperately to be something with her interviews, and they've failed miserably. She'll never be anybody on there, really. Hiya, Jimmy. She is
Good evening.
Huge creator. She never will be a big creator. We're going to black her out. TG, you're blacked out my platform now. From now. No one talks on her lies. But put her in the keywords, right, guys?
Never liked her.
You're right.
Yeah, good. Never liked her. Never ever liked her. Never watched her. Can't stand her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you seen? I was watching today, to change the subject. You know, Charlie.
Can I just say, give her a chance and put her in the box? If you be nice to me, I'll be nice to you. And she's still trolling. She's still nasty and vile. You know, there's no need for it. You know, she wants to impress other people. You know, she's desperately trying to be a big creator. Got an awful mouth on her. Everyone's saying she's vile, exactly. And she sits there saying she's a Muslim. Nah, I know not Muslim people, mate. I dated a Muslim. They weren't like that. And, you know.
And she stabs you all the time. She stabs you in lives all the time.
Yeah, we're done.
Stuff her.
You're not welcome in here, more Top Girl. Okay? Not welcome. You blacked out my platform. Yeah.
About time, Angie. So happy to hear that.
Embarrassment doing it to try and impress other people.
Can't stand her.
Have your own opinion, have your own voice. Because there's one thing you're not, and that's a Muslim. Hi, Gypsy Queen.
Hiya, my love. I'm so happy to hear that. Can't stand her either. Can't stand her.
No. She's not Muslim.
No. She squealed on Courtney for being in Mushroom's inboxes. I think it's her that's in the inboxes. She loves it. She loves a man's inbox, you know, that one, Angie.
I can't speak on that person.
No, not that person. Any man in particular.
All right, yeah. Yeah.
Gypsy Queen. And I think I've asked this before, but is it like we don't have gypsies over here? Am I allowed to say gypsy? Are they people that travel around in caravans and stuff? And what's a gypsy?
A gypsy is, you know, like Pearl, Romany gypsy. So Pearl's ancestors originated from India.
I don't know who's on a fake account. So sorry, Gypsy. I don't know who's on a fake account. People come on a fake account and cam to and all this and watch me. I don't know. I've got nearly like 1.7k and I don't know. So
and you ignore her, honestly. You see that one? That one's only a snowflake. I heard her in your box the other day. She couldn't stop the sniffing in your box the other day. That one's got too much time in her hand. She's in.
I'm going to black her out. Actually, black her out. She won't be mentioned after this now on my platform at all.
Angie, she was in Canadian Angie's box the other day begging to be her mod. Like, she's everybody's mod, that one. She's in everybody's box. You know, when you see somebody like that, honestly, there's no good in someone like that, you know, that's in every single creator's inbox. You know, like, not inbox, box thing. You know, like, there's nothing good in them. Do you know what I mean? You'll only see me in your inbox, and that's it. You won't see me in every other live creators. Do you know what I mean? Unless you're there and I'm defending you. That's the only time I go into boxes, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I am happy and that she's blocked because she's horrible, that one.
Yeah, she won't be spoken. I'll black her out. I won't play any videos. Any videos if we're on FYP won't be played on my platform.
Yeah.
Get rid.
Yeah.
She's no good.
Yeah, and I don't care if she's on FYP, she won't be played on here by me. She's trying to be a huge creator, you know, big platform. She spends more time on here than spending with her own husband. Weird.
She's an embarrassment. She's absolutely begging creators to platform her and be their mods. Like, that is embarrassing, do you know what I mean? She begs to be mod.
Yeah. Very, very strange.
Weird.
How are you keeping anyway, Angie? I haven't been on all week.
She's been begging like that for years, really. She's trying to be big, isn't she, on here, I suppose?
She's not just begging to be mods, she's begging all the men inboxes as well, that one. She's a snowflake, Angie, honest to God, she is.
Oh, Anne wanted to ask a question, and what was the question? Hi, Anne.
So, answer my question, please.
What was the question?
Well, like I says to you, if she's getting all that evidence and everything like that...
Are you talking about Rebecca Goodwin?
At the end of the day, you should know that if she's getting evidence like that and that, then you muted me, so how's it? Our trial, he's guilty as sin. That man should have been on remand.
You're gonna ask the question.
He should have been put on remand. If you give me a second, he should have been put on remand. That man should not have been walking the streets when she's shown them video evidence of him doing what he done. It's as simple as that. It's as black as white as that. I've been done in the past for a breach of the peace, and I got remanded for 12 weeks on a breach of the peace. But yet you've got somebody like that can walk the streets and do that. That's got video evidence.
Can I reply, please? I get what you're saying, and I agree. But America, they have a tough justice system, right? They do. But do you realise that even unalivers are sometimes put on bail and are allowed to walk free? When I say walk free, put on bail, even unalivers. It does happen. I've seen it in America many times and over here. So, what I'm saying is, the justice system stinks everywhere. Do you know what I mean in regards to that? I don't think it's right. However, it's not finished. All I'm saying is lock the man up. Try and, go get him locked up. Don't ruin your case. I'm not against her. I'm just saying don't ruin your case. But, that's true. Unalivers get bail.
And you never ever said that he didn't deserve to be locked up. You're saying the opposite. I don't understand what the argument is.
I'm just saying, it's just don't ruin the case. Get the man locked up.
That's right. Yeah. Keep it off social media.
I know she don't feel they've supported her, and he's walking free. I get it, but she can't lose that hope because she hasn't finished. So and then get him locked up and then put it on social media. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. Keep quiet and then come on after it's been.
Unalivers and bloody get bail.
Yeah, they're jeopardising the case, isn't it?
They could bloody go out and unalive someone else. I mean, crazy, isn't it?
It's the last thing you'd ever do is go on social media when you got a case pending. You would never ever come on social media ever. Yeah, it jeopardises the whole thing. It's silly. It's stupid. Not silly, it's stupid.
I read about that got bail. Who was that now? And he was awaiting trial for a while, for months. He was free for a long time. Yeah, and I think he unalived. I can't remember it now. There's no point me stating that, but because I can't remember the story now. I can't remember who it was. But yeah, he was waiting trial for he was out for I think about 8 months.
Yeah. Talking about trial, Angie.
Did he pay his bail? Yeah.
That horrible fella, Diageo, he got found guilty yesterday, didn't he? You know that Diageo? He got found guilty for, I think it was hitting his kid.
I can guarantee Ian's yelling at his phone right now and he doesn't realise he's on mute.
Oh, Anne, you are on mute. Did you not realise? Anne, maybe you had a phone call.
Strange.
Hey, baby. Are we still doing the interview or?
Have you got an interview today?
I think it was today. I'm not sure. Was it today, Pagey baby? Today at 6, I think.
6. What's up, Martin?
God, that is good. Sorry, Angie, that has got to be the most boringest interview.
Oh, Pagey baby.
Yeah.
I've requested
what she got interested?
Anne, do you want to unmute yourself? You're on mute. I have sent. Oh, here we go.
I didn't mute myself. But what I'm saying is, if you walk into that pub and you seen that man after you've reported that and done what you've done 3-4 weeks later, how would you feel?
And I'm not saying it's strange calling you Anne, but I'm not saying what she got. I'm not.
It's because I'm on my partner's account. That's it.
Oh, okay. I'm not saying what happened to her was right. I'm not saying that. However, she needs to lift her head up and stop dwelling on that for the time being, and move on from that to continue.
But would you not dwell on something that's traumatised you like that?
Oh, no,
of course you would.
Listen,
of
I'm not
course
saying
you would.
It's probably the wrong word, dwell. What I'm saying is just don't put things on social media because until it's finished. Until you have them locked up.
But why should she know if though? Anybody in that pub that night, that could have happened to another woman that night.
Yeah, no, Anne, because you could ruin her case. That's why.
But she can't. She'll not ruin her case because she's got the video evidence area saying no and this, that, and the next thing. But she's stated
Now
this.
but he can now turn around. His face is all over the social media. On there, he's been humiliated. He could end up bloody suing her.
It's not true. It's not true saying that she can't hear the case for going on social media. That is not true. It's factually incorrect. You go on
I'm not
social
saying
media,
it's
you can ruin
factually
everything.
incorrect, but what I'm saying is if you've got video evidence of him doing that, then you have
Doesn't
enough,
matter though,
you
but
have
if you-
good
if you
enough
go on
evidence. That's as good
Do
as
you
a
realise?
witness
Let me
standing in the box
Do
for
you
you.
realise he could sue her?
But if that's the way she's had to feel that she's had to go.
Talk over. You keep talking. Do you know he could possibly sue her for putting his information over TikTok before he's been found guilty in the eyes of the law? Why would you want to make him a victim? Do you understand?
She did say actually that the police told her not to speak on him as well, so she's already been told not to go on social media and talk about it.
Trial by social media. Anyway, guys, I'm going to drop Anne because we've moved on from that conversation.
Anne's got manner problems, hasn't he? He's very rude.
Exactly. Thank you. It could be thrown out as an unfair trial.
Stories out. So I think it's almost like she's almost sacrificing herself to help others. You know what I mean?
And her live, Ginger, that last night, I heard her on a live last night saying that she was, that the police had came to her and asked her not to talk on him and not to mention about the case, and she's broke with them, innit?
Yeah. I do feel I feel for anyone who's been through this, and I feel that more does need to be done. More needs to be, because honestly, Steve, I think that victims are treated like perpetrators, because then the victim has to go to do all these courses. Do you know what I mean? To better themselves.
If you think of it this way, it's not what about all the domestic violence? All those people got away with it. You know, it's not just that case. There's hundreds of different kind of cases that's just as serious and just as bad that people left off as well because people just haven't jeopardise the case. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think we all want to move on now, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not minimising what she went through, but...
I was going to say about the stats. Alicia said show stats that there's too many immigrants coming through. How can you show stats on people that aren't even registered? How can you show that there's not? How can you show that there's the country's full when half these people aren't registered?
Ginger, I think we've gathered now that Alicia talks out of her backside, so we just don't listen to her.
Yeah, I can't see who. Someone say can't see who.
I wasn't minimising it. I'm moving on.
No, they were. Yeah, you've moved on from it. So.
I said at the end of what I said was I'm not minimising it. I think we all need to move on. Goose.
How are you today, Angela?
Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah, you?
Yeah, I'm good. You seem a bit tired.
I'm a bit tired today, yeah.
My shoulder's killing me. How are you, Gypsy Queen? Long time no speak.
Yeah, I'm very good.
And
Thank
you,
you.
Jimmy?
Very good.
Good.
How are you, Ginger?
I do zoned out. I do tend to zone out after saying
I'm doing great. Actually, I'm actually doing that freedom course. You know, the one that you get sent to learn about good relations after domestic violence and stuff. So I'm going to do that. I hear it's very intense. It was back at EQ's cousin said that she did it and Talia did it. It's meant to be very good.
Did you watch the Candace Owens video today? You know Candace Owens,
No,
the
I didn't
commentator.
see it.
She was talking about Charlie Kirk's assassination and how there's so many discrepancies with what happened and what they're telling us. It was great, really, really good.
The unaliver apparently wasn't a furry and actually didn't like furry. Made jokes about people who were furries. There's just so much wrong with this whole case. And did you see the guy that got arrested because he said he did it, but then they later found out that he had pictures of kids on his phone, so he got arrested again?
Yes, yeah.
It's crazy.
Watch
isn't
the
it?
video; it's so good.
I'm gonna
She's
watch
got
it.
am I
how many-
doing who, Cassie? No, sorry, got it with Faith. Who they're saying about Cam too?
Who?
Yeah, like watching Candace Owens. She's like straight to the point, isn't she? There's
I
no
love her.
Oh, is
Bloody
Miss
love
Red
her.
on? Where's Levi? Is Levi on?
Is he in London, Lily?
Guys, I'm going to have to drop everyone. I've got to do the cam too, unless Diana's in here, of course, but she is not. Where is she today, actually?
Dropping on yours, Angie. Ginger, see you later. See you, Ginger.
See you later, babe. I'll see you all later. Thanks for letting me up.
Cheers.
I don't know
Bye.
where Diana is. How dare she have a day off? What the hell? Right, let's get the cam too then. No doubt it will be about me, but we'll see. We might be pleasantly surprised. Give me a sec, guys.
Even express them.
Zayana, get your... Oh, is she? Where is she today, Zayana? I'm on the wrong account. Give me a sec. I'm here, but I'm out. But I'm watching. Oh, okay. How dare you go out? What are you doing? I don't think I've got the account on this iPad actually. It's my only fake account. I don't think I've got it on here, guys. One sec. I need to add it. Oh, okay. I'll have to use my other phone. Give me a sec. Right. Who's it, Ange? Apparently Red. Guys, is Levi on? Can someone see if Levi's on? Oh shit, come on, wrong thing. I missed it. Oh, she's too.
The next one.
You don't have to see it, do you? You don't have to see it. Oh, but I'll be putting this account on here, actually.
Oh my god, thank you, Lauren.
Yeah, and this one has been blocked, yeah. But it's because this is my new iPad. It's because this is my new iPad. I haven't put my account on it, that's why. But I'll do it in a minute. Because I can't remember what it is. I have to do the forgot password and all this shit.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you, my darling.
I'll be putting it on there.
Okay, I've written a rap as well, but it's a bit rusty.
You need a stand. Yeah. And I'm putting it, so I'm putting it on my iPad, my new account. Give me a sec.
I had the up over that for me. It isn't that deep. Do you know what I mean?
My other account, I mean.
Tyrone's playing a game. You know, it just so happened that you had to be in the game.
Is Levi not on?
Like really offended that you got run over in the game. But you know, Kev really isn't offended by this. It's just an excuse to, you know, fire up a live and use Tyrone as content. Do you know what I mean?